Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 15. I'm WiliestSoup, and this is episode 4, I believe. And I am excited to be here because we have quite a bit to do. If I remember correctly, we left with this. And yep, all we need to do is just fix that. Do we have it? Brake disc, brake disc. And what was it? Oh, rear. Okay. I think I found it too. So, I've actually enjoyed doing this series quite a bit. I've actually been playing a game on the side because one of the things I love doing the most is restoring vehicles in this. And, man, it's just enjoyable. Come on. There we go. So let's come over here and unlock fast unbolting and tablet. There we go. Now I don't have to walk all the way over and grab that stuff. So press T for tablet. Woo! That's exciting. Let's go to brakes. And 2 and 1. There we go. Super simple, super easy, super fun. Awesome. Well, guys, I've had a pretty interesting week. Well, before I get to saying anything, happy Easter. And for those of you that don't celebrate Easter, happy April 16th Sunday. It's been a good Easter day. I got to spend time with my family. I got to go see my wife's family. I got to go see my family. I got to spend time with my nieces and nephews. It's been a really good day. And for those of you that have seen family today, hopefully you guys had a good time. It's always enjoyable for me to go see my family, especially considering the fact we're going to be doing a vacation here in 2 weeks. So very excited for that. So I don't know if I ever told you guys about the time that I built a dune buggy, and it wasn't a dune buggy like you're thinking. Like it wasn't like a sand rail or anything like that, but it was a dune buggy-esque, if you're wondering what that is. Yeah, I'm wondering what it is too, I guess. It was made out of old oh gee, what am I trying to say? Oh, whoops. Lower suspension arm. Okay. It was made out of an old Volkswagen frame. Okay, so the story goes, my mom knew this lady who needed a bunch of work done. She had a lot of property, I guess you could say. She owned a lot of land, but I don't think it was the property that was hers. It was something else. Anyways, she needed work done on this property, and so she made a deal with us. And when I say us, I mean my brother, my good friend, and myself. And we went and we worked on this property. We got the we cleaned a lot of stuff, actually. Goodness, I'm having a hard time finding everything. Let's see, that's that. Can't tell if that's bad, but that one is. Okay, so take that one off. So we went and we took care of the property, and she gave us this dune buggy chassis. And so all we had to do was put an engine on it and kind of outfit it with, you know, steering wheel, seats, and such. And so we did. We had a lot of fun with that. I mean, it took us about 6 months. I want to say a little bit longer because we had to, you know, save up money to actually get the equipment and to get the proper stuff to work. And yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. Let's see, I got the lower suspension arm, rear shock absorber cap, rear spring, rubber bushing, small rubber bushing, sway bar, rear end link. Yep, got it all. And so it was a running gear, so lower suspension arm, right? Lower suspension arm, 2 of those, rear shock absorber cap, rear spring, Rubber bushing. Small rubber bushing. Did I get a rear spring? I totally did. Okay, cool. Woo! Damn. Then sway bar, rear end leak. Got it. Assembly time. But yeah, so we put together this Dune Buggy. It was not the greatest thing in the world, but boy, it was fun. We actually took an old Yamaha 900's engine, and so it was 900 cc's, which when kids are driving, that's just way too much. We could, we actually took an old beer keg that we found in a junkyard, somewhere like near Portland, Oregon, and we put the old beer, the keg in the back, and we mounted up on top because there was no place to put it. So it was really top heavy, which also caused it so that way whenever we would actually take off in this thing, we would pop wheelies. It was amazing. So that was like one of the coolest parts of being a kid, is when I built that. And then there was another time when I was a kid, my cousin and I, we took an old riding lawnmower, it was an old Craftsman riding mower, and we outfitted it with handlebars and a twist knob. Oh, I didn't want to do that. A twist knob throttle. Now that I say it out loud, I realize how stupid that was, but at the time we thought it was the baddest thing ever. We were so proud of ourselves. And to be honest, it was pretty cool, honestly. But that probably wasn't the best idea. But yeah, we actually had a lot of fun with that thing. We went and got it new tires, which that was awesome. And when we got it new tires, I mean, damn, those tires are expensive. They're more expensive than my car tires. But I spent at least 4 months of my paper out money. 4 months worth, sorry, of my paper out money. That looks like it needs to be replaced. What does it need to be at? Alright, well, we'll just take it all off just to be sure. I mean, it gives us extra experience points, so no shame in that, huh? Yeah, none of that needed to be replaced. But as a good rule of thumb, it's always a good idea to replace the front brakes, period. Like, even if, you know, you're like, well, my rear brakes need to be done. If your rear brakes need to be done, you probably should replace your front brakes too. Not that, you know, the rear brakes aren't important, but the front brakes handle 90% of braking power. It's a lot. That's the reason why you usually have vehicles that have, let's see, is it ventilated? Yeah, ventilated disc, brake discs. Is because they get hot, because they of course take most of the weight of the vehicle. So how much was it? It was brake caliper, disc vented, and pads. So one of each. That's simple. One, like that. And so, like, that's why I usually replace everything in front first, because it's just always a good idea. Also, I haven't been doing this the entire series, but always when you put on a tire, do it in a star pattern. If you have 5 lugs, do it in a star. If you have 2 lugs, do it crisscross, so that way when the sorry, I'm not thinking very straight right now. So that way when you do it, it doesn't warp the wheel or the actual hub or anything like that. So that way it protects it, or the wheel or the disc as well, because the brake disc can warp too if you don't put it on correctly. I mean, not that it will, it's not a huge problem, but if you're using like a torque wrench, yeah, it'll definitely warp it. So that's just a good idea, a good rule of thumb. And have I taken apart an engine in this yet? I don't think I have. Maybe I have. I don't remember. I might not be advanced enough. Yeah, advanced enough. I used quotation marks there in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, it's always a good idea to take care of that. So let's go here. Are we done? We're done. Oops. We don't want to do that. Over here, take that. Yay! I didn't. Oh, poop. There we go. Wow. Basically, the Echo's Cobra is essentially a Dodge Viper. It looks amazing. Except for it's a nasty mustard yellow, which that's fine. It's just nasty and gross. Grouse. Bolthorn Grand Mojave. Ah, let's see. I got rid of all that stuff. And let's see what you need. Crankshaft pulley, power steering pump. That is easy to fix. Let's move you. Remove you. Remove you. There we go. So yeah, there's a bunch of other advice that I could teach you guys if you guys want on how to remove certain things and such. Not a whole lot of people watch this channel, so I'm probably just talking to myself, but hey, that's fine. I got no problem doing that. That's why I do this. I enjoy it because hopefully it gives me an excuse to play some video games and maybe make my wife happy. So that's helpful. Whoop. Press the wrong button. And so it's probably going to be the muffler. Guardhead. Well, would you look at that? It's like I know what I'm doing. Alright. So it was crankshaft pulley, power steering pump, rear muffler, exhaust manifold. So exhaust, rear pump, muffler, right? 14, and then engine. It was a crankshaft pulley, exhaust manifold, and power steering pump. There we go. Just like a that. There we go. I love how nice the new parts look when you put them in. It's kind of interesting because I worked at an AutoZone for like 8 months while I was going to college in Utah State. And as I was in Utah, so many people would come in and be like, well, this doesn't look very good, because they were expecting the exhaust to be like chrome and such. And I was thinking, it's an exhaust, yo. Like, it's not going to look that fantastic. Its job is to make sure that the exhaust goes out the back of the vehicle and not into your cabin. That's the entire purpose. It has no other purpose whatsoever. And for those of you that are like, well, I want my exhaust to look good, good for you, but that's going to cost a lot of money. Money that both I and a lot of people don't have. So I always found that kind of funny, because they would always be like, well, where's the chrome? Alright, we got chrome, we can order it, but it's going to cost you, and it's going to cost a lot. Oh man, is it going to cost a lot. So let's, woo! I have one of these. I actually have this car. I love the Sakura GT20s, which is essentially a Datsun. So it's pretty awesome. 280Z, that's what I was thinking. Goodness, my brain was not there. Alright, let's get down to it. Where is it? There it is. Fixed, fixed, fixed. Whoop. Nice. Let's get to that ABS pump. I've never driven a vehicle. Well, sorry, that's not true. I've never owned a vehicle with ABS brakes. And yeah, it just, to me, ABS brakes, fantastic invention. I just wouldn't use it. And the reason why is where I wouldn't spend the money on it, because ABS brakes, one, to have a professional fix them, which today you need a professional to fix them, is out of control. I remember I was talking to my sister-in-law, who also is a mechanic, and she was talking about how much it cost her to go get her ABS brakes certified. I don't remember what it is, but like whenever you replace your brake pads or your rotors or anything with the calipers or anything like that, you always have to go get your brakes checked afterwards because you could have done it wrong. Apparently, I don't know really. But yeah, so that was always interesting to talk to her about. I never understood it. But that's because I don't do ABS brakes. I've never worked on them because I've never owned a vehicle that needed ABS brakes or that had ABS brakes. I'm gonna take a guess and say that does not need to be replaced. So let's go 2 calipers, 2 brake pads. Let's go see if I can replace any of these or repair. Nope, nothing. That was a waste of time. So ABS pump, brake caliper, disc vent, and brake pads. Okay, let's go get this taken care of. Let's go to exhaust first, and let's get the catalytic converter, front exhaust pipe, and let's go to engine. Go all the way down to exhaust manifold V8. And then we go to brakes. ABS pump. Damn, that's expensive. See, ABS is just so expensive. I don't understand. But it's okay. Let me put it this way: ABS, fantastic invention. I'm not dogging on it, but it's expensive. It's expensive to fix. I mean, obviously, you saw that $950 for an ABS pump, and I've seen some serious shit. Oh man, have I seen some serious shit. At AutoZone, this guy came in for an ABS pump because his was torn to shreds. I don't remember what happened to it, but he explained it, but I didn't remember. I don't remember what it was that happened to it, but the pump was just beat to hell. All of the wow, I cannot think today. What is it? The O-rings? That's it? Damn. All of the O-rings had basically just turned to powder, so it was leaking like a sieve. Oh, that's right. It was basically had sat for like 6 years. It was ridiculous. He had just bought this new car, got in a wreck, and he didn't have the money to fix it, but he didn't want to sell it. Mainly because it was the first car that he bought for his wife, and she was attached to it, which I can understand that. My wife's attached to her first car, even though she hit a deer with it. But it's not her fault. The deer came out of nowhere. Even though I do razz on her every once in a while for it, but she doesn't appreciate it, so I try not to do it too much. But yeah, so he bought, this was for a Volkswagen, I can't even remember the make. It was the diesel, the 4-cylinder 1.8 liter turbo. That's funny, I can remember the engine, but I can't remember the name of the car. But anyways, yeah, he bought a new one, and that ABS pump cost $2,500. I remember when I saw that price, and he's like, "All right, we'll get it." I about shit myself because I just could not believe how expensive that was. You know, I complained because I had to buy myself a new master cylinder for my brakes in my Saturn at the time, and that cost me like 90 bucks. So yeah, apparently our priorities are a little bit different. But damn, that was expensive. Well guys, I really appreciate you guys coming out here today. My message today to you is not only be nice, but whenever somebody needs help, do service. Serve some people. Give them help. It helps out a lot. It helps me, helps you, helps everybody. And I just want you guys to know that as you do service, good things will come your way. I just know it. And for those of you that don't believe in that kind of crap, try me. Test it out. See what happens. It will. There is such thing as karma. As much as people don't like to believe it, there is such thing. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. It's been fun for me to do this with you guys. And if you guys like this video, please hit the like button down below. Helps me out a ton. Gives me an idea of what you guys like, what you dislike. If you guys have any ideas of or any suggestions or thoughts, just leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you guys have also anyone that you think might enjoy the series, please share it with them. I would really appreciate it. Helps me out. Maybe they'll find it entertaining. Maybe I'll be able to give them a happy little day or something like that. And last but not least, if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe. I do videos like this and many others every single day, and I really appreciate you guys coming out today. It's been fun. Also, guys, happy Easter. Again, for those of you that don't celebrate Easter, happy April 16th, 2017 Sunday. And I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.